Morning guys, and welcome back to Werner Farms. So yesterday I told you guys we were going to be putting lights on this combine. That is the plan. I was working on getting all the lights laid out to figure out where all of these are going to go. So all of these right here, and I will have this all linked down below, is going to go up on top of the cab there, up by where the globe sets. And I've got lights laid throughout the combine. You can see down here underneath the ladder there's a light on each side of the cab, and there's lights on the back over by the tailboard. I believe the last two lights that are sitting over there are for the unload auger, and I believe I'm going to put one in the grain tank then. I know you can put them on these side panels under here and have this all illuminated under here. I'm not going to worry about doing that, and I know also you can on the service bay up here. There's lights after you open this up, and you can click that. There's a switch under there to illuminate that. I imagine you can probably put LEDs in there. I'm not too concerned about that. I mean, we're only using that at night when we're fueling up, so it's nothing too critical, and we never grease at night really, so we always grease first thing in the morning, so I'm not too concerned about putting LEDs under there. So the last two will go on the unload auger and in the grain tank. We do have a guy that's coming out today named Barry. He's going to be working with us off and on, so he'll be helping me out at least a little bit on installing these for a little while. And I'll have a time lapse going of at least me doing the top part here. I'm not entirely sure how much else I'm going to be doing on this with Barry helping me, and because I'm going to possibly be taking off here and getting some cover crop seed worked in with the vertical till. We're going to see if they can get all of that spread that needs to be spread now as far as what we have available and ready to be spread. And I could be potentially doing anywhere from 30 to 160 acres today with the vertical till. We're working on trying to get masks, respiratory dust masks, because we're completely out now for going in the grain bin and getting the last 4,000 bushel cleaned out of there, get the bin site ready to rock and roll, because probably not today, but potentially more than likely tomorrow, we're going to be starting to pick corn. So Barry is going to finish up the rest of the lights on top of the cab there, and Dad's going to finish changing oil in the combine. I'm going to go over to the tomato field. They got that cover crop seed spread over there. They still have to spread lime and the cover crop seed down on the other farm that I need to work on. So I'm just going to do the tomato field for now and call Dad and find out what he's heard from our custom applicator, if they've run that yet or not. And if they haven't, either they're going to come and get me, or I'm just going to come back on over then. fouled the vertical till back up to where it was set at because we don't need to be running ungodly deep out here because this clover just basically needs to be covered up. So the tomato guys disc ripped this twice. We hit this once with the field cultivator, and we hit it with the vertical till at a deep setting to try and break up those vines and spread out those vine piles, which it did a nice job on if you guys watched that one video. And right now, what I'm just doing is just skimming in this cover crop seed. It's a 4-way cover crop mix. It has cereal rye, it has radish, it has crimson clover, and balanza clover. Now that is going to be a very deep root cover crop mix. It's going to break up a lot of compaction out here. It's not only going to help break up compaction out here, it's also going to help scavenge for a lot of nutrients out here. And I guess balanza clover is really good at fixating N, so that's going to be pretty interesting to try and experiment with. We've never had balanza clover out for a cover crop, so it's actually going to be pretty interesting because that side over there where the corn is just going to have cereal rye on, and this side's going to have the 4-way cover crop mix. And next year this is going into soybeans and potentially 30-inch row beans to put this into irrigated beans and push some high-yield soybeans out here. So it'll be interesting to see the split on the yield map, whether there is one or not, when we cut beans here next year, because this field is going to go into beans, so these will be our next irrigated soybeans that we'll experiment with. Not sure if we're going to have any other irrigated beans out next year or not. Still undecided, but for sure. One more pass on this, and I've got the ends on the north and the ends on the south to do. And I'm going to run this on over to the other farm up by 30, and they should be spreading the cover crop, if not going to be spreading the cover crop mix very soon. We're just putting cereal rye out from here on out on everything then. I'll be working that all this afternoon, that 130 acres, and get that completely knocked out and done. I don't know, on my way over here it rained for like a good 30 seconds to a minute. It actually started hailing there for part of it, and it's just like, really? 2020, I swear. Dad and Barry are gonna work on cleaning out those bins. I'm gonna work on getting this field, the next field, and the field beyond that field all vertical tilled in. They got the lime spread and the cover crop seeded out here. So all I need to do is just run these 3 fields, and we will be caught up as far as cover cropping acres go. All right, let's rock and roll. Well, I've got just under 20 acres to go, and it decided to start raining here a little bit. It's like sprinkling, but I don't know, we'll see. It looks like it's clear off to the west though. It's been like this all day, off and on rain showers. Well, the rain moved towards the southeast now, and it's clear off to the west. Dad and Amanda are on their way to get Dad's truck, and I think Dad may switch out with me and keep going. If not, we're just going to go back home. I'm not feeling the best at all. I'm probably not even going to be able to finish this field. I'll just go home, and possibly Dad will switch with me. It's probably another 2.5 hours yet to run over here between the rest of this field and the 50 acres across the road, and then all of this farm will be done, and cover crop will be worked in and seeded. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, and I will catch you guys in the next video.